Let me start by saying good afternoon to everyone, and thank you so much for being here on a Saturday afternoon with us at the Vocational Service Talk Series by RCKK Pearl. So this series is an initiative by the RCKK Pearl Vocational Service Committee to be an informative series that takes on regular topics from different perspectives to show how vocational service is indeed the bedrock of Rotary, and at the same time, the talks and workshops to be relatable to the community. Now, we've curated the speakers and facilitators in this series to be from not only club members, but also fellow Rotarians and knowledgeable members of the public to encourage knowledge sharing and also introduce the public to Rotary. We had the first talk in November with the theme leadership, and special guests for that talk were PDG Andre and CP Tengku Indra. In December, last month, we also had our first vocational service workshop with distinguished Toastmaster Selma Jepin, who brought us through the art of giving feedback. So that was an interactive session. So this series is divided into two, which is talks like this one, as well as workshops, which is a more interactive session where it's not just about learning, but it's also about practicing and testing it out. So those are the two components of this series. Okay, now I'd like to read a famous quote by Simon Sinek, which is, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And what you do simply proves what you believe." Okay, and this is true because in my background in branding and digital marketing, people buy into the cause and the things that they resonate with, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And now videos are worth even more. And that is the reason why storytelling through photos and videos are so important, whether it's for business or as Rotarians in our clubs, where we want to showcase the good that we've done and the benefits of being Rotarians, why Rotarians are important in the community. Okay, so today is the second installment from the Vocational Talk series, and our theme for today's talk is phone photography and videography, basically. Okay, it's safe to say almost everyone here has a smartphone, and we're out and about. When we're out and about or serving the community, chances are we are capturing the moments with the camera on our phone. While these are not conventional cameras like the point and shoot, and the DSLRs, phone cameras can produce great photos and videos to help us tell our story, the story of our club, and the story of our projects with the right tools, tips, and techniques. So with that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker for today is past President Ong Chee Wee, or as he's mentioned earlier, please call him Chee Wee. He was referred for this talk by PE Marion via District PI Chair PP Gilbert. He has been a Rotarian since joining Rotary eClub of 3310 in 2011. He served as club president in 2014 and 2015 with the best class team under PDG Andre Suharto. Chee Wee works in the marine transportation in support of the oil and gas industry in health, safety, quality, environmental, and maritime security. While his expertise through his Rotary classification is not often called upon, his hobby in videography is used widely. Let's now I'd like to invite him to share the finer points in using videos to boost your club's public image. Right. The talk will be about 20 minutes, so there will also be a question and answer after that. Okay, he will be sharing methods to sharpen your skills, and his goal is to bring out the videographer in you. So over to you, Chee Wee.
All right. Okay, thank you, Adelina. Now, I'd like it to make it interactive. Just want to check that all of you can hear me. Wave, we can hear me. Yay! All righty. Okay, good. Allow me to share screen. Okay, this part, just give me a moment. Share sound. Okay. Okay, I have to resize my screen. All right. A very quick formality. Good afternoon, PDG, Philip, the various past presidents here, presidents, my past president for my club, PP Mayan. Thanks for coming on board to support. And also want to acknowledge my colleague, Miss T Cheng Ish. She's not a Rotarian, but she's interested because I shared the link with her. We are in the same running club from our company. And well, today I didn't share anything for my company because I just stick it to the more Rotary team. Okay, so start. All right. Okay, wave to me. You can see my PowerPoint. Share your ideas, tell your stories. All right, cool. Okay, so I shared this a couple of years back, just updated it. And it was supposed to be a 45-minute session, but in this 15-minute session, I'll leave 5 minutes for Q&A. I'll just keep it short. It was a 50-minute lecture followed by a 30-minute hands-on during my talk in those clubs. Okay, so I'll just skip the hands-on. Okay, now a bit myself. I work in the oil and gas industry. I'm a health and safety manager. I also recently retired from the army because I have to serve my NS. And of course, I'm a very faithful Rotarian. I try not to be a rhino, as in Rotarian in name only, but because of my workload, I must apologize that sometimes I can't appear in events. But COVID actually gave me a bit more bandwidth to do such things. Okay, because I attended, like, I don't think anybody can beat Pauline in attending the number of Zoom meetings. I think she clocked perfect attendance for every invitation. Right, Pauline? Okay, and myself, I recently picked up a new hobby, singing. Okay, also thanks to COVID, nothing to do, lesser travel, just went to learn singing. Okay, and I make use of my time to record, okay, my life. Okay, so what I'm not going to cover today, I won't call it a masterclass. I can't teach you creativity. And I'm not going to say, is iPhone better than Samsung or Huawei is better? And I won't go deep into principle and certain concepts. Things like in photography, videography, we'll talk about choosing perspective, composition, lighting, and sound. I'll just touch and go on this topic in this 15 minutes. Okay, so why video? Very important from my perspective. I am a talkative person by nature. I like to tell stories. And what better way to tell my story than through a video? So I don't need to repeat myself. And when you are free to listen to me, my story, just look to my Facebook, go to my YouTube, you can check them out. Through this, I can show my family where I've been, tell my boss what I've done. Hopefully it will inspire others, certain things I've seen. And personally, I use them as training materials in my line of work, Rotary as well. Okay, very important to capture the moments so that we can help to build the public image for Rotary. And of course, we have many wonderful Rotary information to share with the public for people who do not know what Rotary is or wanting to find out more what we do. And personally, as I'm getting older, I'm 56 years old this year. As dementia sets in, perhaps one of these days when I look back at the video, yes, been there, done that. All right, so personally, I use Facebook and YouTube as my platform. Okay, I don't do TikTok. Okay, so I am not an expert in TikTok. I always do it for widescreen. So I've done it for work, and my hobby is cycling. Okay, I'll talk about some of these tips later on. And of course, for my club, I showcase our club event. We had this My Wish charity movie. We also did some charity work where I did capture some moments, post them on Facebook, been to Ryla events as a guest judge, okay, back in 2015. And one of my travel, I was pleasantly surprised to find that I was in the vicinity of a Rotary club all the way in Angola, Africa. Okay, so, and of course, when I go to district event, I can pick up my camera to record down and produce certain videos. Somehow I was invited to many runs in Kuching. Okay, so next time, KK Pearl, if you have an event, just invite me, so I'll help you do a video. Certain conferences at Pen Borneo, even the projects, I captured them as well. Okay, so I wasn't invited to do it, but the organizer, I just picked, since I'm there, I want to capture the moment and just put it on record. Yeah, and I don't get paid that, of course. Okay, certain types of videos. Now we have in our current environment, people with very short attention span. If you can come out with a micro video of 15 seconds and less, capture people's attention to want to find out more. It's like a teaser. So you can do that as well. I've dabbled around. Sometimes you want to share on social media, and many of us right now are very short attention span. Anything more than 90 seconds is way too long. A full-length video nowadays on social media, believe it or not, is 2.5 minutes. Okay, and anything more than that is you are doing like a movie. Okay, all right. So as I talk, I will let this video run. I recorded a sequence of my colleague with a mixture of videos and still photography. And of course, to let people know what happened, I need to embellish it with captions, moving pictures and videos, and some ambient sound and music. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what are the best music, just got to learn more. Okay, so put a header over there to help people choose for a healthier meal. Yeah, take some government poster, help them to do some promotion. Okay, so, and I do all these things, believe it or not, on my mobile phone. A simple device as such. Okay, and I use a couple of software, but what I found, my personal preference is to use Quick from GoPro. In the past, it was totally free. Unfortunately, right now it is a paid version, but I'll talk about it later on. Okay, I don't get commission by referring you. You don't need to click an affiliate link anywhere. All right, but I'll just use Quick as an example. You can use many other platforms. Okay, so when we do videos, very, very important from my perspective, because I do it for desktop, for TVs, is I always have to stitch them in landscape. Okay, unless your target audience is going to view your video on a phone. Okay, TikTok, you always do it in a portrait. You get what I mean, right? This is portrait. This is a landscape. Okay, I use a tablet to capture as well. Okay, I'm using my tablet right now to keep time on my timer. So the apps is very convenient to install and to use. I'm not going to go into the technicalities, because during the other workshop, to show people step by step in setting up. Okay, I'll let you play around with it. But you can always contact me, WhatsApp me, and so you ask me for a coaching session, of course, free of charge. Okay, so one thing that I want to remind people is to take videos with a maximum resolution as your phone allows. First is your memory, and of course your phone memory allows it, do it in high definition. Okay, and some organizing of the videos and photograph, won't go into it. Okay, you will be able to find out what you need to do. The apps is very simple. Select the scenes that you want and you do the editing. Now, very important, for every video that you tell, you need to have a catchy title. Okay, in this case, just say brunch with buddies. Okay, so what are you trying to tell? What is the event about? Put it in a simple title. Okay, so if you put a title like well, I got scolded by my boss and I feel like scratching his car. Okay, kind of long. Rather than use, then you say, I'm pissed. Okay, pardon the language. So certain to the extent that it's not too long, people can remember and get a whole idea of what you're trying to tell. All right, so selection, choosing styles of your videos. There are in your software, not just from Quick, from others as well, you'll find that the mood that you want to do for the video, there's many times already pre-programmed inside there. So there are those like actions, there are those some for laid backs, some of those are very cinematic, some of those very retro type of looks. Okay. All right. And the use of editing tools. Okay. The video phone allows you to do things like crop a photo, enlarge a photo, invert a photo, color the photo. All right. So I'm not going to teach you how, but to mention that it necessitates for us to reposition certain videos and photograph to get a better perspective. Okay. So, all right. So we can add on to the videos. We can do panning, zooming. Some of these functions are very important. Okay, some example here, you can see zooming inwards. Okay, over here is you see the word boost or mix. It's just a change of the audio level. Okay, over here, I'm selecting the scene, what I want to show. You can see that the original frame is a very large column. I just want to showcase the dog, because many times if you just do a video and expect people to understand what you're trying to tell, they may not think as what you are impressed with, or what you want to impress them with. So by zooming in, cropping the area that you want to show in your video is very important. Okay, so some example here. Okay, showing people that I was with, and it's always good to add captions or subtitles to highlight. Okay, to remember this Chee Wee, this Ryan, and that is Sean. Okay, all right. And of course, over here you see a empty bowl. I just want to tell people it is delicious. So I added the Chinese word 好吃, or it means sedap or delicious. All right, it's cool, it's good. Okay, so then trimming. No point if I'm going to show you the entire 20 minutes of lunch. You get very bored with it. So every time when we do videos, a lot of people, they start and stop very abruptly. So my advice is chill. If you think that you are going to show a 5-second video, a clip, you probably spend 3 times 15 seconds. That means you start, jerk a bit, focus, tap on it to focus on a subject. All right, and then go, start. Okay, and when you end, do not just end abruptly. So it's finished, the subject can move away, doesn't matter, and just press the stop button. Thereafter, when you do your editing, you trim the areas that you do not want. Okay, a lot of time people say, okay, shout, I love Rotary. So start and shout. So in the end, you find that the finished video is love Rotary, and then the I and the re get dropped off because your camera doesn't work that fast. So always start, and then you can say, all right, guys, shout, I love Rotary. So all these things can be recorded inside there. You can easily trim it off later on. All right. Not many times when I help people to produce videos, they send me those. It's just that the moment are not right. Okay. So I'll share with you more heartache next time. Okay. So some software, they will even suggest to you what clip, which segment to use. But for me, I always prefer the manual selection. So I will select the clip that I want. Sometimes certain clips, I can even split it, and to make this bring the part of the clip to another segment to move it around. Okay, so won't go into too technical, but many software can do all this trimming and splitting function. Okay. All right. Music, very important. You want to have music that's engaging, but you don't want your music to be overpowering, too loud. It's just got to go with the mood. Okay, so I can't teach you on this thing, but just as a reminder. All right. Okay, so sometimes you have a balance between the music and the ambient sound, or the someone speaking. You don't want to have the same music level so high, and when somebody starts to speak in the video, it gets drowned out. All right. So all this software, you can always balance the soundtrack and the vocal from your video. Okay, publishing. This part is depending on the software. After you publish, as in you save it, you can put it on YouTube or Facebook. Okay, so there are features on the software to do that. Okay, so I publish this and put it on YouTube. Sorry, on Facebook. Okay, some desktop tool that you might want to use. I use Movie Maker as well. Okay, and also DaVinci Resolve 17. Okay, the free version. I don't get a lot of the filter, but these are the post mobile phone tool that I use to stitch. All right. Now, also a tip for you guys, you can always stitch together. You can take many videos, but each video use different apps, such like Filmora, InShot, Adobe Action Director, so on and so forth. What I do is I would use the filter within those apps. All right, save them and then use Quick to stitch all of them together. All right, so there are some cool effects, free of course, from some of this free version, and I can use them and to get it to stitch together. All right, so I want to mention this point, very important, copyright, since you're going to do it for Rotary or for yourself, is that certain soundtrack free one especially, you got to put acknowledgement within the video or on your posting on YouTube or on Facebook. Okay, so unless you pay for the rights, else whatever stock photos, clips that you use, you got to acknowledge the sources. All right, so for now, just want to open up for questions. Anyone? Yeah, I'm still good on time. Okay, I just finished my 15 minutes. Hello? Q&A time, any question? Okay,
Anyone has
why don't
any
I
questions?
arrow this Pauline to ask? Because she's our district
She just unmuted.
photographer and videographer.
Actually, sometimes I also use Quick Pro. Quick Pro to do the video or the whatever. So it's some of the apps are free, but maybe you are more expert than me than to do the videos.
I do pay for Quick Pro now because I still use it. I also pay for DaVinci. Okay, but I'm telling you that you can use the free version because I want to use more of the
free
filters.
version is you are limited to certain editing. So
correct,
if you pay a pay full version, you can do much more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now my Rotary vocation actually is video.
Yeah, I know. It's just like you when you're doing all this is for free, like your own service, like your hobby, things like that. For myself, it's just like also photography is for my hobby, things like that. We don't charge also. So whether the club, when you are attending, they don't invite you or they don't ask you to do it, but both of us, I think we are doing it willingly and then to share it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me, because what you just mentioned when we go to attend function, I just want to remind everybody, it's very, very rude to pick up a phone and stick in front of somebody's face. Okay, so always ask permission. Even if it's a group of them talking, just ask permission. Hey guys, act natural. I'm just going to take some clips for the district video. Okay, don't mind. Just be natural. And I always tell them, please don't look at my lens until I signal to you. Because when everybody looks at the lens, it looks very weird. It's not natural. especially when we do videos for people of action, you don't want to have your people all looking at the camera. They must be doing some action.
Correct. It's just like
That's
when you're
important.
submitting picture for competition, like people in action. When we go and do Rotary activities, when I shoot for my members, I always try not to shoot their faces, but the action they are in. Like that.
Later, PP Hans will talk more about that, I'm sure. So let's not steal his thunder.
Okay.
But important just to, especially of videos, when my club do certain projects, we are mindful that we don't show the faces of the beneficiary or the patients. Okay, so if for whatever reason, the video show their face, I can always mosaic out and just overlay and blur it out. Not a problem. Yeah. Some people will just take a cute flower boom, over the face. I will just mosaic it, look more professional. Okay.
Yes,
or
correct.
if they do speak, you can always use a voice filter to change their voice. And of course, you put a subtitle there, a caption say, voice change, voice change. Okay. There's a term that they usually use.
Yeah. Correct. Because some apps that you need to pay, like my apps is not I didn't pay it, so there's certain limit as to what I can use with the apps, you see.
Okay. Anyway, just to share with you guys, go download the apps or any apps, try out. You get better with practice. But of course, some of you just do not have the time nor patience to do it, but you need to do it for your club video. Okay. So then what you can do is look for other people to help. Okay. I'm not saying to look for me. I always get straight arrows. But on a serious note, you can find the Rotractors, they are very good at it. The interactors, they are very good at it. The youngsters. Okay, I try to act young by learning things that they are doing as well. Okay, but the whole purpose of doing the video, you got to be very clear. You can commission somebody, say, hey, I need you to do a video for my event. But you got to be the one to produce or direct. Give them direction. What is the objective of this video? I want people to be aware of this cause. Okay, it's a possible objective. I want the activity of this club to be known to the community. That's another objective. So then in the video, the club's logo, the name will appear. Okay, I've seen some people doing not too nice, very amateurish, but at least the whole idea is that at least the club's name always appears. Okay, sometimes I will just do it very subtly. It could be a document or brochure or plug on the wall where I just pan slowly, then you see the club's name over there. Okay, but of course, towards the end credit, you can add in again. Of course, nowadays you don't really need to put address or URL. Anybody can Google for your club name, but don't misspell your club name. You get sunshine for that. Okay, my 20 minutes is up with the Q&A. Any more questions?
No,
I think we
there's
have
a
one
question.
question in the chat.
Hans, yeah.
Using drone. Are you using drone?
Unfortunately, I have not learned how to use drone.
Too expensive, the hobby.
Not expensive. In Singapore, it's very difficult. You need to get a lot of license.
Later,
I do have a small drone I fly in my living room. Okay, but other than that, I can't fly outside there. I need a bigger one. I need license. It's just not functional for my purpose.
it's too expensive, the hobby. Once it's flying up there and then some eagle or some bird that knock it down and fall down, then it's going to break.
The Singapore police will capture your drone. Yeah.
Oh.
Now they have another drone to capture smaller drones. Yeah.
Oh. Doesn't it it's legal to fly drone?
Singapore, because we're small city states, many places you have to fly a drone, you need to apply for license. You cannot fly near airport, you cannot fly near tall buildings. So it's not very useful unless you're a professional videographer, then you can apply the license all the time. But to do hobbies, there are not many places that you can go to. That's why I didn't invest my time in flying, doing drone videography yet. Yeah, qualify yet lah. Who knows? Inshallah, like my Middle East friend always say.
Inshallah, maybe soon to be Rotary come up with all these, then you'll be paid to do it.
Oh, okay lah.
Then you can get all those.
Yeah. Rotary don't pay very well. I'd rather do it as a vocation service, free.
Yes, service above serve.
Okay, Cheng Yi, I can tell you more about office over lunch. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Or during our run, I did many videos of a run in Kuching, so I can show you those videos. Yeah, I send you link.
Okay, thank you.
And
so
I
much.
owe my community service director, Cindy Yen, she's just joined as well, some other videos for our I project.
Okay.
I remember. Okay. So thanks for your attention. I'll pass the time over back to Adelina. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, VP Chee Wee. Can I request to stop screen share? Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, VP Chee Wee, for your sharing and your passion in videography and sharing that with us. It's amazing, right, how technology has enabled us to create videos right from our phones. This is unheard of back in the days, and it's just amazing how such a small device can do so many things. I think you shared Quick. Quick is one of those apps that I personally tried in the past. My brother introduced it to me. I think that one is under GoPro, right? Yeah, so but to add to that, some other apps that I've seen being used are, I think you mentioned InShot. There's also VSCO as well as CapCut, which are free. Some would have the watermark, so we'll see it at the corner. And for me personally, I use VN Video Editor, which is a free app. I'm not sure if it's available on Android. It's available on Apple, and that's for mobile and tablet. On tablet, there's another, if depending on the intensity or what the video needs, I use LumaFusion, but that's a paid app, but it's a pay one time only. It's not a subscription, like a lot of apps now are on subscription. On computer, there are free options that are built into Windows and Mac, whichever device you're using. Windows, it's simply Video Editor, and Mac, it's iMovie. So those are basic, simple editors that can be used on computer to do very simple editing. Unfortunately, though, for Video Editor on Windows, it no longer has the transitions. So that is the only downside. Last time they had the transition option, now they don't. So you can also use PowerPoint for that. Another favorite is Canva, which also now offers a relatively good basic video editor, and you can do also image editing and creating posters or putting videos into posters to share and tell your story further on social media, or to share it on your website, blog post, or just on WhatsApp as well. Okay, so thank you so much, VP Chee Wee, for that. Our next speaker, I actually stumbled upon on the Rotary magazine website as I was looking for speakers, and I was able to connect with him through his fellow club member, PDG Leslie. He is a Swiss national based in Kuala Lumpur, started his career in the hotel industry in 1971. He graduated from the Hotel School Lausanne, Switzerland, and attended a general manager course at Cornell University, Ithaca. Over the years, he gained cultural and work experience in various positions in Brussels, Paris, Basel, Zurich, Manila, Penang, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Sharm el-Sheikh, and Phuket. Wow, that's a mouthful. So vast experience in various places. So with his global assignments and inspired management skills over the years in various positions at the Hotel Plaza Athénée, Paris, the Mandarin Oriental, Manila, the Shangri-La Rasa Sayang in Penang, and more. He became then an independent traveler, coupled with great motivation and adventure, gained a lot of confidence and ambition, and climbed the ladder to group general manager. He concluded his hotel career in 2015 and started in 2016 as a hotel consultant for the Dusit Princess in Kathmandu, Nepal. Introduced by Rotarian Vavin Goon, he's a member of RC Gombak, where he joined in 1995 to 1997 and later rejoined the club in 2016. He was the club president for the Rotary year 2018-2019 and will be assuming his role as assistant governor next term. Over to you, PP Hans.
Thank you very much, Adelina. And also thank you, Chee Wee, for a very inspiring video clip. I am not very much into videos. I'm maybe more into cameras and handphones. But now today the topic is on handphones. And I shared the link with Adelina. Could you please start? Okay, that's me in Mount Everest Base Camp. I didn't climb to the Mount Everest Base Camp. This was a helicopter flight. I went to Annapurna Base Camp, and that was a long walk for about 7 days. But this is a long time photo where you see the mountain range of Everest. Next slide. All of us love the art or making work of art. Almost all of us are in an inner drive and have the secret to be good in any form of art. During the time when I was general manager of a hotel, I always insisted to give portray a good photo while people away from the property can imagine where they would like to book their holidays and what kind of rooms they're going to have, what kind of restaurants they're going to eat, etc. Photography is probably the closest art of most of us engaged in this age and time. Everybody has handphones, everybody has some of us have a camera. A good photo can show the artistic bloodstream in us. And a good photo is more than just a good composition or good lighting. It holds a deeper dimension when you see a good photo. The frame, the emotion, the message, as we have heard before, we have to look for relevant subjects to put it into a frame, integrate them aesthetically as to convey an emotion, a message, an idea, or a story through the image. It requires knowledge and understanding through study, guidance, and training. This is what I have learned after my retirement in 2015. I went for a photography course, and I like photographs. I like to keep also them in good shape. And as when you get older, you can review your photos and say, yes, this is where I have been, as Chee Wee mentioned. Next. The weather condition, long-lasting, durable. Okay, the weather condition, the morning sun, the sunset, the bright daylight, the cloudy sky, snow or rain, the interior, the atmosphere, all contributes to a good capture of a photo. It needs training and, of course, the eye for it. A great smartphone should last you for many years to come. You can buy a good camera today. They have very good handphones on, like I have an iPhone 12 Plus. And they also Samsung and many other things. I was looking for a long life battery, fast enough to do all the work, and social networking, which is very much on top of the list. Gaming, you want to pack up in your daily activity. Next. The primary purpose of a smartphone is still to act as a phone. I mean, today a smartphone is not a camera as I have. It's still a communication tool. It acts as a constant companion. It's being endowed with many features, including audio, video, global instant connectivity, etc. As we all know, without this camera, we can't live anymore. Once we displace the camera, we are lost. The camera features an amazing and versatile. You can send an instant photo of your painful knee to the orthopedist and get proper directions of treatments. The doctor makes a remote examination through WhatsApp video, all this from a smartphone. This is fantastic today. With all this, I cannot replace the classical camera, I must say. I still like to keep the camera which I purchased. I purchased Nikon Z6 about 4 years ago, and it does some incredible good pictures. A camera proper has a range of shutter speeds, aperture control, ISO, excellent viewfinder, host of audio and manual modes, multiple exposure in 1 second, precise focus points, many lenses, Wi-Fi, etc. In no way a smartphone can replace a DSLR in 2020 and longer. I have done some very good shots, and one of them was a winning shot in the Rotary 2021, the June magazine. I was at the right time, at the right place, with the right people, and everything was right. And then when I took this photo, I think it was about 30 pictures I have done until this connectivity with the family was. I don't have it in this slide presentation, but if you go to the June magazine 2021, you can see, look at the eyes of the 4 people and the hands which they attach to each other. So quite a good photo. So I have given again a try for this year. So let's see what is the outcome. Now these are street photographs of Kuala Lumpur done with the handphone. One was from a bridge. You see this person sleeping there, and the other one is interested in the daily news. I have not asked them, can I take a photo? I just took it. So I will not publish these pictures. They are just here from my own, taking photos with a handphone. The moment, the next. Black and white photo are also very, has a very deep substance. I've taken in Klang, in a coffee shop, black and white, from a coffee maker, black and white pictures with my handphone. And you will see it just in a minute. These are the pictures from a coffee maker in Klang. So you can convert this into black and white pictures. The emotion, you see the smoke. Actually, I was smelling like a coffee bean after I left this shop. The expression of the gentleman, you can feel the heat. And there he is mixing the coffee beans and pouring it on margarine to grind and to put them together. It's a good shot. I think black and white was bigger than a colored pictures. I have it colored also, but the black and white makes it stronger. Next. Is a digital camera better than a smartphone? Action or low light shots, smartphone cameras take wonderful pictures when the subject isn't moving and it's bright light. Digital cameras give you a manual control of settings like shutter and aperture. This makes it easier to take beautiful pictures when the subject is moving or in low light. The aurora in Norway could not have been done with any handphone. You will see this picture now, following picture. This is an aurora in Norway in 2019. I just came back on time before the Malaysian borders closed. We're standing in cold water. We had to hold our tripod, and you have special filters to take pictures like this. So you cannot do this with a handphone, not possible. You also hardly see it with your bare eyes. It's very difficult to do that. So that is a real photo from a camera. Nikon Z6. Next. The smartphone Pro, the phones are always with you, as we all know. It's easy to use, quicker to use, much smaller compared to a digital. Sharing instantly the photos, edit the photos immediately, selfies, convenience, and iCloud backup. I just came from the cleanup with the Rotary Club of Bukit and Casa, and I posted these pictures on Facebook, what we have been doing this morning. So cleaning the equipment, the kitchen equipment, we were in mud and things like that. So in Facebook, you can see them. The smartphone con, take poor quality photos. I mean, if you enlarge them, the color and all these things will fade. It's not as good as a camera. Limited lens options, we all know that. The camera has, I have 3 other lenses for different purpose, while the handphone doesn't have that. And it's not good in low lights, I would say. Action photos with handphones challenging. The sensors in smartphones are small and quality of printing photos is not good. So you need a special camera for that. But smartphones is a must today, and we all have it. The children have it. When the child is crying with 2 years old and the mother gives the handphone and shows him a game, and then the child is quiet. So it has its purpose. Next. Photo editing on handphones. I use Snapseed to do that. It can edit pictures using swiping gestures to select different effects and enhancement. It's similar to videos, but I am not so good in videos, and I use this type of editing material. Alternatively, users can opt for automatic adjustment of color and contrast. Snapseeds can save users editing history and redirect to any of the actions before. It can also create and save filter combination by using the default filters and editing features. So that's what Snapseed is all about. It needs training to edit this professionally. Next. This is KLCC. This is my morning walk at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. I go to KLCC Park most of the time and unwind. And these are done by handphones. This is done with my handphone. I did not edit, I just take photos. We have some more. This is the park in the zoo in Basel. I was just in Switzerland, and there was a day off, not a day off, I mean, I'm not working anymore. I was thinking to see the zoo. The lion was behind the glass, so I shot him at the right time. And the other fellow here, it's cute. Also with handphone, all by handphone. I did not bring the camera to Switzerland. Next. This, yes. Nice morning shot. The pink, what is it called? This one in pink. What is it called again?
Flamingo.
Yeah, flamingo, yes. There's a morning shot. And the other, the giraffe, the young one, is not bad. Actually, smartphones are doing very, very good pictures, but you have to be at the right time and the right angle and shoot as much as you can and take the best pictures. Next. This is a good one, I feel also. This is the evening set in Zurich. I was COVID positive, unfortunately, and well, I still walked around, but I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't have any cold, no fever, no anything. And I was 10 days in quarantine, but this is not a quarantine photo. This is the real stuff. So it was at the right time, and then you have the leaves there in the background, and the snow is gone by now. So there was just poor luck also on that day. We had snow in Zurich. So that was it's a good shot. To see the lights, the the light on the church and this building in the back is well done. I think that's all what I have. Oh, my photo for cooking photos. During the pandemic, I was writing a book about myself, about my life, and where hands-on in hospitality is the title. And what to do is you are at home. So I was doing some cooking experiences, and these are the results. This is from my handphone done. I have a light here, and then I put this here and I take a photo. Of course, the artistical show is typical hotel. So I have food and beverage background, so I know what to do. These flowers are eatable. These are not artificial flowers. These are eatable flowers. So this is my kitchen, the strong in the kitchen. The future governor, or the future presidents in my 5 clubs, they came and had dinner here, so they can say, yes, it was cooked by me. Next. That's it. That is the end of my presentation, of my smartphone presentation. Is there any questions you'd like to ask?
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, I have 9 cats and I find it real challenge doing individual photos of my cats. They won't post for me.
Oh.
What do you recommend?
Oh, and they run around.
Yeah, they won't keep still.
Oh, that's difficult.
They're beautiful cats, Maine Coon, Bengal, mixed Persian.
Oh, they won't.
Post.
Yeah. It's difficult. Animal pictures is difficult.
So,
You have to be very fast.
To get individual photos of them?
Yes. This is the best. Group pictures with animals is very difficult. I have a picture taken in Malacca where a white cat was sitting on the red staircase, and she was looking around for a second what I was doing, and I shot right there. And then she ran away and I didn't see her anymore. So quite difficult. Animals is not easy.
They're camera shy.
Yeah, camera shy, that's correct. But I had the real camera, not the handphone, so I can focus. Difficult.
Okay, so Rosie wouldn't like it to see all my cat pictures.
Oh, okay.
Sorry if I can add to that. I think Tulip, you have to you don't let them get ready to shoot. You have to continuously shooting and shooting. Yes. It's just like when you shoot a picture of a person, you don't get them to be ready. You must shoot them, as many as you can. Then you only pick the best one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now, it's just like for my case, whenever I shoot in Rotary, I will keep on shooting the shutter and click until you get the best picture. You don't just shoot once and then you say, okay, that's it. But when you look back at it, you might not get the good picture. Yeah, so you must continually shooting and shooting. So you get a very good picture of it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my God. The neighbors are hammering upstairs. Is there any other things you like to hear or see? I have participated in this Rotary poster competition. And I think I have a good chance. Let's see. Is there any other questions you'd like to know?
Well, maybe I just ask, do you go out in a group of friends and just go for a
team to with shoot? The camera people? Yes, that is correct. But these smartphone pictures, I do alone, or I sit with friends in a restaurant, taking pictures of the meal, taking pictures of our moods, like you do, the same thing. What do you do? Last night we were in a good restaurant. We had done some very good photos. I didn't post. I don't post so much anymore. So it's always people say, so how was it? How long? And how much it cost? And so on. I think pictures of events like eating somewhere in a restaurant, not so interesting anymore. It doesn't have any meaning to me anymore, so I don't post much, no more. But yeah, for example, when you go on Facebook today, you see the action, what I was doing in cleaning the equipments and repairing them with volunteers so that our kitchen equipments for Bukit Angkasa and Gombak are working again. So that is more action thing. And I was in a uniform of a Grab driver when traffic in Bangkok, in KL is so bad. So use a motorcycle and deliver directly. And I used a Grab uniform. You will, yeah, Grab outfit. But I was not a Grab driver. I'm not a Grab person. So just make it fun also.
I think just now we didn't mention about like things. We don't get too technical. But personally, when I go out to video someone or some stuff, I do bring a light box.
Yes.
Or
yes.
flash.
Yes.
Because I'm not doing flash photography, but I need like what even for Zoom, I just turn off my light. I just look so dull. So with a light, it just makes the whole person that much brighter.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because you for post, video or even photography editing to balance a light, it is never like the actual condition or daylight.
Yes, 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 yes. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. When you take pictures of food items, you definitely need a lot of light. People, yeah, backgrounds. So yeah. I don't know. Adelina, do you have the picture of China, the one I won the prize?
I don't have it on me. Let me just do a quick Google search.
Actually, it didn't win any prize. It was just the first posting. You have it?
Okay, yes, I have the photo.
You have? Can you share? Ah, this is the one. Yes. That took a long time to do. Can you enlarge? So you see the children holding the stake and the grandmother and the grandfather, while the parents are working. So look at their eye, look at this gentleman's eye, observing the whole scenario. This was not much edited. It was just brightened up a little bit. It was in a dark house. So, but I think I have about 50 photos of this. And that was the right moment, the connectivity. This was in Union, close to Vietnam, about 5 hours by car from Vietnam. This was the winner for the Rotary 2021. So I have not traveled anymore for a long time, except Switzerland now. And I have sent 2 photos to Rotary International, but I don't know if one of them will win. They give you, they call you, they do an interview with you from the States. They like to see the raw material also. They like to see how it was before you send it to them. So, understandable. but I am not a professional photographer. I like it. I do it as an amateur, and I practice every so often. And I go to a school. We go outing. We have been to Myanmar. We said to Norway. I went to Ethiopia. Very good photos in Ethiopia. You know, with the natives. So yeah, we go with groups. Actually, these trips are not very inexpensive. They are quite expensive. While you go with professional photographer. Why it all started. I was in Bhutan on a trip, and I came back to Kathmandu, and unfortunately, Malindo Air couldn't take us back to Kuala Lumpur, and we had to stay overnight. The next morning, there was the Asia Pacific National Geographic photographer, Danny Wong, sitting next to me at breakfast table. And then we talked, and I said, "Oh, you work for the National Geographic?" And I said, "Yes." "What have you been doing in Kathmandu?" And I said, "Took a few photos." And he showed me, wow, mind-boggling, beautiful, beautiful. Then he asked me, "Oh, come with us, come with us." I said, "I cannot just come and take photos, whatever you go." And they went to Africa, and then we came back and we kept in touch, and then I traveled with him. So that's how it started, yes. But this, yeah, it's a fun hobby. That's what I do in my retirement. So keep myself busy with Rotary, photographic, go to exercise, eat well, that is most important, and then have fun. That's it.
Thank you so much, PP Hans. That was beautiful. It was such an honor and a pleasure to see all your beautiful stills that you've taken in all your journeys, the animals, the landscape, and also sharing the differences between the photos with the DSLR as well as a smartphone photo. I'd like to take this opportunity also to share some from my own collection. Let me just add this to an album so it's just not inappropriate photo shared. Because I sincerely believe that there is a huge potential in taking photos to tell your story, whether it's the club story or the community service that we do or any service projects that we do. Taking photos with a phone, even though it is not going to be the level that DSLR cameras can offer, but it is still a very, very powerful tool for us to use to tell stories. So let me just share my phone. So just to share some photos that I have taken. Hang on a minute. So, let's see. Okay. So just to show that photos don't have to be, can you see the full photo? Yeah. So these are all unedited. I have not edited these photos, but just using your phone, you can capture a lot, landscape-wise, the story of the things that are happening. So something like this, my brother and his daughter, is that father-daughter moment, the position of the sky. It was a gloomy day on the beach, but it was still a very beautiful day. So capturing moments where it's not posed, it's just there, it's natural, or things like this. These are like sceneries. I think this was in Tuaran, at Cowboy Town. Food, it's just capturing that moment of eating the food, and you can see like those the berries, And this is another moment when we had a family trip in Kundasang. Unfortunately, I think my finger was in the way, but capturing moments, capturing stories. So this is one of the stories of the experience that we had with the alpacas, for instance. And this is a photo also from phone, not edited, of a plant in Kundasang. This one was at the strawberry farm cafe. These are strawberries. And Mount Kinabalu, I'm sure with a little bit of snap seeding, this we can amplify the blues in the skies, the sharpness of Mount Kinabalu to add more contrast. So even in editing with the camera, sometimes there is some post-editing involved. Another shot of Mount Kinabalu. This one had a cloud sort of covering part of it. So this is a shot from Kinabalu Pine Resort. And I'm sure a lot of us will have photos like this also on their phones. And there are a lot of beautiful photos, and it's a beautiful story. Like this is, I think, 6 o'clock in the morning, Mount Kinabalu. This one playing with shadows on Mantanani Island. I think for this one, a little bit of editing to level out the horizon, things like that. It's just small details that can be tweaked, but the photos originally from smartphones. And this one is of the beach with the corals at Mantanani. The waves just coming up, also with another gloomy sort of cloudy day on the beach. My favorite kind of weather. Or something like this. That was a live shot, so that's why you saw some movement. So this is another live shot on the beach, but it tells a story of what it was, the experience. And then this one is me capturing how much pollution we had still, all these washed up plastic from the sea that are washed up on the beach. So this is images that tell stories. So this is the reason why this talk was about phone photography, is because there's something that I believe in, that phones can capture so many different emotions just by having the right techniques like this one. And I think the biggest tip for this is, if you're not a professional photographer, is to switch on grids. It really helps with the composition of photos. This one is in action, participants in a training. This one was, I had the opportunity to visit one of the suites in Hilton. And this is the master bathroom suite. So taking photos that tell that kind of story. Okay, this is what's happening. This is the master suite. Things like that. Food. This one is a trip in Malacca. So this one also tells that story of the things that were there. I'm just going to run through a few different ones. This one is Sungai Malacca, in capturing all that beautiful colors of the lights on the Malacca River. This is during an event. So this one was to show how photos, that are candid photos of things that are going on, can be taken also with a phone. So none of this were with a proper camera. These are all with phones and capturing that moment in time. This one was a beautiful place. I saw beautiful cakes. I had to take a photo. And then I think you were asking, Tulip, sorry, Rosie, please close your eyes. Tulip, you're asking photos of cats. This is one of my cats. So it's just taking that moment where they're actually sitting still and just grabbing the phone and going for it then. When they are still. Yes, and this is taking photo of food. Two more photo I'll just share. This is behind the scenes, behind a photo during a photo shoot. And here, this is a beautiful sunset, one of the beautiful sunsets in KK. So I hope by all the sharing from the speakers and some from my personal collection that you can see the power of taking photos and videos, storytelling through phone. I can share videos, but I think that would take too much time. But thank you so much. I'd like to take this opportunity to really thank our speakers today, PP Chee Wee and PP Hans. Thank you so much for sharing your passion in video, in photo, and sharing all those tips and tricks, as well as your beautiful videos and photos with us. We truly appreciate it. And to everyone here, I would like to express my thanks to all of you for spending this hour and a half with us this afternoon on a Saturday, almost Chinese New Year. So I think I'll also take this opportunity to say Gong Hei Gong Hei, Happy Chinese New Year in advance, because if I don't get to see you then. All right. So thank you so much. And thank you for all the questions. It's great. I love seeing the interaction and the response. Thank you so much. This video is recorded, and I will email a link to the video. Yes, thank you very much. Is it PE Guna, right? Yeah, thank you so much for that, celebrating, for all celebrating the Lunar New Year. Happy Chinese New Year, and thank you so much. Before we go though, I'd like to take a group photo. Is it possible for everyone to switch on their cameras and refrain from chatting so that we don't block anyone? Okay, and in 1, 2, 3. Hang on, I think Ching Yi is trying to switch on video. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, Datu Su just come in. So that's another photo. Sorry, guys. Datu Su, are you able to switch on your video? Carol? Christina? Dr. Shah? Sarisini? Okay, so one more time. Look at the camera, not the screen, and 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Datu Su went missing. Datu Su, are you okay? Okay, and one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So that's all for today's vocational service talk on phone and video photography.
Well done, well done. Thank you, Angelina.
Okay.
Thank you for
Have a good day,
sharing.
everyone.